sells millions of albums across Asia, but he's trading in his mic with a baton.
In the pop world, when people mess up, the crowd's like, yay! Right? But in the classical world, if you mess it up, they're like...
This week on Talk Asia, we're with pop star Wang Leehom as he prepares for his classical stage debut.
Next, only on CNN.
Hi, I'm Anjali Rao at the Hong Kong Cultural Centre. My guest today is taken to the stage to conduct the Philharmonic Orchestra, but he's better known as a pop superstar with millions of adoring fans right across Asia. He's Wang Leehom, and this is Talk Asia.
What's wrong with me?
Classically trained and multi-talented, Wang Leehom is one of Asia's leading songwriters, credited with revolutionizing Chinese language music. But he's more widely recognized like this. At the age of 32, the US-born singer is one of the few artists with real pan-Asian appeal after 10 years at the top.
Forever love.
He's sold some 15 million albums, blending R&B with classical, sometimes tribal influences. He terms his music chinked out and has continually evolved his style.
What's wrong with me?
His latest album sees a move towards rock guitar music. He also recently starred in Ang Lee's erotic thriller, Lust Caution. Later in the show, we chart his progress as he embarks on a new project, conducting a Philharmonic Orchestra and following in the footsteps of Leonard Bernstein, a key influence. We first meet on the sidelines of a rehearsal. Now, you are a fabulously wealthy and much-loved star here in Asia. Do you ever have those days where you go, how did I get here?
I guess I ask myself, what do I do next, I guess. I don't spend that much time dwelling on, you know, the past, but I spend a lot of time thinking about what I want to do next. Like, here we are in the Cultural Center in Hong Kong with the Hong Kong Philharmonic Orchestra. This is a project that I've always wanted to do, but it's definitely not in the typical agenda for your, you know, pop singer career gig. So I like to do things a little differently, and I like to kind of break the mold and keep challenging myself.
You were telling me when we were off camera that you finished your latest album
Off camera?
last
I thought that was
night.
Not.
Finishing it last night, though?
Yeah,
I mean, it's taken you,
I
what, a
finished the
year and a
album
half?
last night, so I'm like, I have so much coffee in me right now. I haven't slept in a long time.
How come it took you such a long time to do?
I think because this album is quite personal. You know, a lot of the inspiration for the compositions comes from my own life experiences and are very close to home. You know, so I want to make it just right. I ended up spending like almost a year and a half just, you know, rearranging, remixing. I was just never, you know, I was never done.
You sold, what, 15 million records or something like that now?
Well, there are a lot of Chinese people.
Well, exactly. There are, you know, countless millions of people in mainland China who just, you know, adore your work. What's it like to
have... Most of them I pirated it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So, yeah.
You never see the spoils of your labour. What's it like to have that much influence over that many people? Because, of course, you've got all your endorsements as well.
Well, I think that to be able to use it in a positive way, like my last album changed me to actually try and connect with the Chinese youth about living more responsibly as far as the environment is concerned. And I think that's a big issue in China.
今早起床了，觉得头有点痛，可能是二氧化碳太多，氧气不够，一点点改变。
I think it's not taught enough to the kids. And they were really quick to pick it up. I think that the kids, they always pick, I mean, literally picking up garbage everywhere, like cleaning up the squares in their local cities, and like the fan clubs would get together and do these kind of activities on their own, and then like post the pictures of what they did on websites and stuff. It was great.
How come you decided to take on, you know, sort of heavy, weighty issues like that? Yeah. Wouldn't it have just been easy to do fluffy pop?
Not for me. I think that's the hardest thing for me to convince myself to do is fluffy pop. It's like, it makes me kind of feel sick, you know. I look at myself in the mirror and don't feel so good.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Baha Motel.
You've been very much in the public eye here in Asia since your 20s. How has fame changed you as a person?
I think fame and living in the public eye has made me a lot more private. And I'm not sure if that's because I kind of try to create a balance, to like balance it out, you know? Or it's because I feel kind of threatened a lot of times, you know, by the media or by people who kind of have preconceived notions about me or who might want something from me, you know, and who I don't know. So it's kind of like a defense mechanism, I guess.
You mentioned, you know, the media, and indeed that's, you know, an entity.
I didn't mean that in any.
I know. I don't take it personally at all.
Way.
Probably deserve it. But,
No.
you know, it's something that plenty of celebrities feel exactly the same way about.
Yeah.
They do seem to focus a lot on, you know, your relationships.
Oh, yeah.
But obviously there's a public demand for it, you know, and they're always asking questions about, you know, for instance, your sexuality. What do you think about that? I mean, it's not exactly genteel.
Yeah. Thank you for mentioning that. No, I think that it's just nosiness in general, and people just and I hear this from a lot of the journalists or those reporters that you know, we're just doing it because that's what the people want. But I don't think that's true, and I think it's a really irresponsible mentality. It's an irresponsible stance to take.
Now, you came from a family of doctors in the United States.
Yeah.
Paint us a picture of your childhood.
It was more academic, and I kind of broke the mold, and I don't think that was very easy either. It took a lot of time and convincing my parents that I wasn't going to be a doctor. Growing up in the States, I think there's a lot of pressure in school, and parents are always giving their kids pressure to get good grades, to perform well in their SATs, to get into a good school, and to become, you know, a successful, maybe doctor. Or,
but
I mean, that's
sounds
like the typical
you were
stereotypical.
pretty much. You were like, you know, the prodigal son. You got, what, 1,600 on your SATs or something freakishly amazing like that.
No. Those, so
is that a rumor?
That's a rumor. That's a rumor. There are a lot of rumors. You must have done
really well, though, to have...
The gay rumor is a gay rumor as well. It's a rumor as well. So I just want to... I mean, I almost feel like at this point, I just kind of want to be lazy about clearing up these rumors because there's so many, and they're like... There's a lot of misinformation on the web about me. And I assume about it a lot of different celebrities there is. And to go through and say, like, no, I don't have 6 toes on my left foot or something like that every time something strange pops up, it seems so ridiculous, you know.
What happens when you mess it up?
In the pop world, when people mess up, they're just like, yay! Right? But in the classical world, if you mess it up, they're like...